Well, with those temperatures, that can make us a little blue on Monday. And actually, this coming Monday, it is deemed as Blue Monday, a day that is actually annually really recognized as the most depressing day of the year. Great to have licensed professional counselor Mandy Morris just kind of help us break down the stigma, not specifically about Blue Monday, but about seasonal depression. So it's great to have you, Mandy, because you're American. So like for you guys, is Blue Monday a thing?
It's not an actual day.
It's not a day.
But seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, is a very real thing that affects millions of people in Canada and the U.S. every year.
Okay, so what is SAD?
So it stands for seasonal affective disorder, and it is a subset of major depression that comes on because of the seasonal changes. Now, this happens in the winter and the spring, but we primarily see it the most in the winter season. And there's lots of different reasons why this happens. It could be low vitamin D, not getting out as much, not being social, but the primary reason from the research tends to be lack of sunlight. Because sunlight, when that hits our eyes, that is what sets our circadian rhythm in motion, and that just means that's our body's internal 24-hour clock, which is responsible for sleep, wake, mood, appetite, a bunch of different functions.
Can we see this even so it's seasonal affective disorder. Like, do we see this when it gets into the summer too? Because, but like sunlight isn't as a big a thing when it comes to the summer.
Well, so for some people, when the season then shifts again, the amount of sunlight, so we're getting extra sunlight all of a sudden, that extra energy also then messes up our circadian rhythm. And a lot of times people will feel more agitated or irritable or have more anxiety, and then it's more common for sleep to get messed up in the way of having a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early because our biological clock is off. And actually, springtime is when violence and suicide rates are the highest.
And this affects everybody, or like as far as adults, as far as kids. Like who do you talk to? Who comes in your practice? Like who are you seeing? What are their issues when it comes to SAD?
Sure. So yeah, this can affect anybody, and I think the main things to think about is there a persistent pattern? Does this seem to happen every winter or every spring? And is it lasting for more than 2 weeks at a time? Because it's normal for all of us that get low mood or to feel kind of down. That's fine.
Because what are the signs? Like, what are some initial signs that if we've never really experienced it before?
Yeah. So feeling really lethargic, low energy, low mood, not enjoying things like you used to. It's kind of like you feel kind of flat, this apathetic sort of feeling, and isolating more than normal. And I think one of the biggest red flags is a feeling of hopelessness or feeling really just disconnected and shut out from everybody.
We're running out of time, but what can we do? How can we help get over SAD?
Yeah. So research shows that light therapy is one of the most effective forms of treatment, and it's very cost effective. Anyone can do it when you wake up in the mornings, and this is specific for winter. You want to get about 20 to 30 minutes of light from a light lamp angled down into your eyes, and you can be eating breakfast, doing whatever while you get that. And aside from light therapy, check with your doctor about vitamin D levels. And I really encourage people to not drop your social connections. And then if those things are still just too hard to do, contact your therapist or your doctor.
Okay. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah.
Your first time in Canada.
It is my first time in Canada.
Okay, well, enjoy yourself. Have a great time, and thanks for helping us out as we get closer to Blue Monday. Coming up in a couple days. Coming up on a break right now. We'll be back with more on Morning Live on your Friday.